I know the weather is not ideal, but I'm really glad that you guys are here. We're going to make this as quick as possible so that we can all get back home and stay dry as much as possible. But before we get any further, this is Chris. He is our youth minister here. He's also a teacher here at Axis, and he's just going to open us up in prayer, and then we'll get started.
Evening. God, thank you so much for another year of Axis as we have a chance to grow together as a group of individuals and families, grow closer to you and continue to help our students and our kids to excel in the programs and the projects and the classes that they have selected this year. We pray for a great year here at Axis. We pray that you continue to bless it and help it to further your kingdom here in Central Florida and really around the world, wherever we might go. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Well, welcome back, you guys. It's really good to see so many of our faces from last year and the years past, and so many new faces. I feel like we're getting the band back together. Yay! My name is Olivia Padgett. I'm the director here at Axis. In a minute, you'll see my family. There's my family. All right. That's my husband, Rob, and our 6 kids. We have homeschooled since day 1, and it goes super fast. We have 3 graduates so far. Our oldest just got married to an amazing woman that he met at 9 years old. And by the way, they met at a homeschool co-op. Results may vary, but I'm not saying it's out of the deal for y'all. So we're 16 years into our homeschooling journey with 10 years to go, and I intend to savor each of those years because they go really, really fast. During those 16 years, we have navigated dual enrollment, trade school, college applications, annual evaluations, transcripts, and more transcripts, so many transcripts, giving us some experience in those areas. I say all of this just to say that among our leadership team here at Axis, our teachers, and all of our homeschooling families in this room, we have a wealth of information and unique experiences among all of us. Tons of wisdom to be shared. So being a part of a group is really important. And I, along with so many other seasoned homeschool parents here tonight, am happy to share my wins and my failures because they were there too. And all of it helps each other to grow along our journey and have the most success possible. So just remember, every new school year is full of challenges, but also a lot of fun and excitement for all the adventure and learning to come. So why Axis? Axis started with the vision to be a discipleship program for homeschooling families. This homeschool group is your Axis point, where you will find Christ-centered and family-focused programming for the whole family. Because of this, we have been taken on as a mission of South Lake Christian Church. Now, as a mission of South Lake Christian Church, we are able to offer more affordable opportunities for all of our families, backed biblical teaching, support from elders, and easy access to our ministers who are on campus and teaching during the days, and discipleship through our programming and countless opportunities for building friendships and community by having access to church facilities at no additional cost. Now, Axis started, like most things, with a vision and very humble beginnings. So in 2018, there was a clear need for a Christian homeschool co-op and a support group here in Lake County. So we got to work. In 2019, we started with just 36 students enrolled in a half day of classes. We loved it, we had a great time, and word quickly spread that there was a new co-op in town. The following school year, we decided to shift to a full day of classes with 4 class periods and a lunch break. You'll see how popular the lunch break is. It's noteworthy. We offered 28 classes, doubled our enrollment, and ended our first year with an awesome promotion night ceremony where we not only graduated 3 seniors and awarded over $500 in scholarships to them, but we got to celebrate all of our students and teachers who made our first year one that COVID tried to sabotage, but we did it. We finished, and we had so much to celebrate that year. The next year, despite the circumstances of COVID lingering, we decided to keep our doors open. We increased our offerings to 31 classes and had over 100 students enrolled. The following year was no different. Our offerings and classes and enrollment continued to grow. In 2022, our enrollment jumped to approximately 250 students, and we offered 34 classes that year, graduated 3 seniors who were awarded $600 in scholarships. Last year, we were home-based to 95 families. That's over 250 students. We offered 43 classes and multiple clubs. We closed out our year with our annual promotion night, honoring our volunteers, teachers, students, and one graduating senior who earned a $200 scholarship. Currently, we have over 88 families now, which is over 220 students. We are offering over 65 classes, and we've added an extra day. So now we have 2 days worth of classes, and we have 4 registered graduating seniors for this year. Now, none of this would be happening without the many selfless volunteers who come together to teach our classes and organize field trips and events. You'll be meeting some of those folks shortly, but right now, I'd like to take a minute to introduce you to our leadership team. Can I have our leaders come up here for just a second? I've already introduced myself, so we'll move on to Ms. Carolyn.
Wow, I get to share today. Wow, that's a blessing. Well, I am thankful you all are here. May your year be sweet and beautiful. May the Father continue to bless you in every endeavor. My name's Carolyn Drummond. I am the cafe assistant and prayer warrior. I'm here to help you however I can. If I don't have the answer, I will get the answer for you. I take care of the cafe, so I do the lunches. We usually have pizzas for our lunches, and then every so often we would have taco day. I usually send everything out on our forum and on our Facebook page. So I'm Carolyn, and I am thankful that you're here. Blessings to you all. Yes. I thank you for sharing that. Yes, 3 kids. One that I graduated, she was the one on the screen that graduated last year. And I have a 16-year-old. She'll be teaching our preschool class, which is wonderful. And then I have a 3-year-old that will be in the preschool class. And I've been married for 20 plus years.
My name's Renee, and I'm the enrichment coordinator, which means like field trips and events, oversee that throughout the year. I have 2 kids, 13-year-old and a 15-year-old, so one going into 10th grade, my son Joe, and then I have Briley going into 8th grade this year. And we love it. We've been doing this for 4 years, came from regular schools and charter schools, and ever since we went to home education, we realized it was the best thing, and if we would have known sooner how good it was, we would have started a lot sooner. So we're happy where we're at and plan on staying here. And if you have any questions, let us know, because we've been through it through all the middle school years and now into high school, going on 2nd year. And if you have ideas for places you want to go on, like field trips or events or stuff like that, then let us know, and we'll look into what you guys are interested in doing, because we try to stay pretty full and at least 1 or 2 field trips, probably a month usually. So that's it.
Hello, my name is Larry Kolchar. This is my wife Livia, and this is our son Angelo. We have 3 children here at South Lake Christian at the Access Homeschool Group. We have a 12-year-old Francesco. I have a 6-year-old daughter, and Angelo's 6 months old now. He's sleeping right now. So, I teach music class this coming semester and PE, and I'm also directing the choir club, which will have a Christmas event for at the end of the first semester. My wife is teaching language arts and PE as well. And we really enjoyed this group. We've been homeschooling since day one. And we met a lot of good friends, and well, I would consider them family at this point. So it's a really good community, and people come together and help each other out. And a lot of us are very on the same page and like-minded. Whereas in the public school, I never met any of my classmates' parents, never knew who they were. In this school, we all pretty much know each other, and we get along very well. So and that's all I have to say.
All right, so Larry and Livia are in charge of the facilities and the duties, so you'll notice that you'll be getting an email here shortly telling you what all jobs are required and stuff like that. Livia's in charge of that. They make sure that the facilities stay pristine and everything is all taken care of. I did not tell you about my kids. My 3 that I'm still homeschooling, they are in 10th grade, 4th grade, and 2nd grade. So we may have kids in the same grades. So you know who we are and what we stand for now, but what do we have to offer you and your family? Our website is a great place to start. You probably have all already been on there, but once you become a member of Access, you'll have full access to it. It's there that you'll find our park days. We try to do a couple of those a month. It's very laid back. You'll just see where we're going to be meeting at, and we'll just hang out. Sometimes people bring snacks and drinks and spend way too much time, but it's a lot of fun. The kids love it. We also have field trips. We do a couple of field trips a month. We try to have different price points for our field trips and focus on different age groups, so everybody is included in that. We have academic events like the International Food Festival, the Business Expo, and the Science Fair. Larry touched on our performing arts program, and we do a Christmas program every year as well as a spring program. This last year we did an awesome talent show and a skit that was written by our performing arts teacher. It was a lot of fun. We have clubs like choir, the Maverick Club that'll be starting up this year for our high school students, and a teen girls literature club. We have social events like prom, youth dances, elementary parties. We had water wars at the end of the year last year, and our ice cream social is our very first event that we do at the end of our first co-op day. We also have family events like the Fall Family Hoedown, the Christmas caroling, a nursing home visit, Christmas dinner, and parties. Mom's Night Out, that is always fun. You also get the FPEA discount code. We have a yearbook every year, and promotion night. You have a question? No, I was going to mention something. You want to mention something? Go ahead.
We're also doing a dad's night out as well. Or it might be like a week out or something like that.
Larry's in charge of dad retreats, apparently. All right, and of course we have our co-op classes, which is probably what most of you guys are here for. So let's chat about that for a bit. We're a traditional co-op, which means everyone helps. We require that parents stay on campus. This is not a drop-off. So a parent or guardian has to stay on campus with their student the entire time that their student is here. We offer classes for school-aged homeschooled students from kindergarten through 12th grade. These classes range from academics to electives. We also offer pre-K and nursery for siblings of Access students. So a quick look at our co-op day. We will start the day, if you're a part of co-op, the first thing you're going to do is come in here at 9:30 sharp for the first week. After that, all bets are off. But we start at 9:30. We have about 10 minutes worth of announcements where you'll get to find out anything that's going on throughout the day. If we have teachers out, families out, there's some kind of sickness going on. Typically, you'll find out about all of these things, and if any changes have been made to that day, this is where you're going to find that out. We do that for the first 10 minutes, and then we dismiss for our first period class. Our classes are 50 minutes long. You'll go straight from class to class. We have a break for lunch in between second and third period. Lunch, like I told you, is a pretty big deal. Everybody loves lunch. We have a full hour for lunch. Well, it looks like it says 50 minutes, but really it's an hour because the next class doesn't start until 12:30. But we have an hour for lunch. We do sell food here for lunch. We typically sell pizza, snacks, and drinks. Pizza is pre-ordered. Miss Carolyn already told you guys that she will put all the information on the website. So you'll see everything that you need, and you'll text her or email her to let you know what your pizza order is. Prices are all on there. Snacks can be purchased in person. You don't have to reserve those. But all of our transactions are cash only on campus. So you can purchase your lunch cash only. We do Taco Tuesday, typically once a month. And again, that's pre-ordered. And Miss Carolyn will put all that information on the website for you. I promise you, she paints it out beautifully, and it's very well organized, so it's not chaotic. You do have access to our refrigerators. You do not have to purchase food when you come for lunch, but you can. Or you can bring a packed lunch. We have, you can't use our refrigerators. I take that back. You can use our microwaves. So if you need to keep your stuff cool, bring it in a cooler. You can set it in the cafe, or you can bring it with you. But there's a couple of microwaves available if you need to heat up your lunch. So not all of our teachers are here, but I'd love to take a minute for you guys to meet the teachers that are here tonight. So if you're a teacher here at Access on Monday or Tuesday, would you stand? We're gonna go around the room, and I'm just gonna have you say your name and what classes you teach on which days. So hopefully you guys remember that. If not, it's in the packet. All right. You wanna start, Sarah? That's just hopefully helpful for you guys to get some names and faces put together so you can see who your kids' teachers are. And if you have questions, you can hit them up later. And again, if your teachers, me. I am Olivia. I have 3 kids here, and I'm teaching on Tuesday yearbook, only yearbook for high school. And on Monday, I'm teaching Florida history, science, and art. There we go. Okay, so if you do have questions for your teachers, please do not hesitate to reach out to them. Their email address is on the website. It's there for a reason. They are happy to answer your questions and help you through it. I know that for a lot of you, all of us seasoned that have been here a couple of years, we felt the same way on our first day, like, what are we supposed to expect? Like, somebody please hold my hand and help me through this. The teachers 100% understand, as do our veteran members. So there will be a lot of grace offered to you, so please don't hesitate to just reach out. We do have rules. They keep us safe, right? So let's run through these nice and slow, because as much as we do want to have fun, we have to do it safely. So some of our rules are that parents do have to stay on campus. As I told you before, we are not a drop-off. Sometimes we do have extenuating circumstances, and maybe you have a doctor's visit to run to. That doesn't mean your kid has to miss the whole day of co-op. If you have a friend here at co-op, or you have a family member that would be willing to stand in for you, they can do that. Just let your students' teachers know and let me know, so that if we do have an issue, you know, your child gets hurt on the playground or something happens in class, we know exactly who to reach out to. It's all for safety. Parents are responsible for our children's safety. So if your children are outside, your elementary age and under, if they are outside playing on the playground, or during lunchtime they're running around in between classes, it is your responsibility to make sure that they are safe and that they are being watched. So they have to have supervision, 5th grade and under, and that supervision needs to come from an adult. We love our older children, and our big siblings are super helpful at home. But when we're here at co-op, we need to make sure that an adult is supervising our kids. It keeps them safer. That doesn't mean that if you've got a group of moms, all the moms have to be out there, but at least a mom or two is watching over kids. So you know that your kid is being watched by somebody that you trust. Does that all make sense? Okay. And stranger danger. So if you do have somebody coming in, maybe grandma's coming to keep an eye on your kid while you go and run to your doctor's appointment or whatever, just let us know, because after a few weeks, you're gonna quickly get to know everybody's faces and names, and when somebody is showing up on campus that shouldn't be here or that we think shouldn't be here, our spidey senses are gonna go off, and we don't wanna make it awkward for grandma. So just let us know. Communication is key. This one kind of says it for us. We love your pets, but they're not for co-op. So make sure you keep your pets at home. All kinds of pets. It doesn't matter what kind of pet it is, unless, I don't know, it's like an official pet. But no pets at co-op, please. So where there's people, there's going to be some conflict or difference of opinions, to say it nicely. The homeschool community is not going to be immune to this, but we try to be prepared for it. Online, when you requested membership, you were prompted to fill out and agree to the rules and waivers that we have posted on our website. So these will outline in detail how we expect conflict to be handled, our expectations, and how anyone on campus should speak, dress, and behave. When that is signed, it is expected that you've gone over this with any of your students and family members that will be here on campus. And you, the parent, are responsible for those students. So as much as we expect our children to adhere to these, we also expect the adults to adhere to them as well. If you have specific questions on that, you can chat with me afterwards or shoot me an email. We are in the home stretch. I'm trying to get through this quickly. But I know it's a lot of information for you guys. Sickness. We adhere to the Southlake Christian Church sickness or wellness policy. So if your child or yourself has a fever of 100 or above, or they have been sick with an upset stomach, vomiting, diarrhea, they have a rash in the last 24 hours, please keep them home and don't share. And that goes for the teachers too. You guys are super important. We love you so much and we will miss you so much, I promise. But go ahead and stay home and make sure you find coverage for your classes, because we all know that a couple sick kids can spread like wildfire. And appropriately, we're going to move on to our weather policy. Our weather safety is going to go along with Lake County Public Schools. So if you are watching TV or the news or however you guys get your information, if Lake County is canceling classes the day of co-op classes, then we are too. But we will also be posting it on the forum and the Facebook page, and you can always email, text any of your teachers or leadership. They will be the first to know if we're canceling. So we'll all be getting the news out to you as quickly as possible. But if you can't get a hold of anybody there, you can always go by whatever Lake County Public Schools is doing. Makes it a little bit easier. So cost. Our annual membership is $100. Most of you guys have already paid that and it's covered, but our annual membership is $100. That includes 1 full day of co-op. If you would like to do an additional day, it's an additional $100. The co-op fees that you see in the class descriptions, those are going to be paid directly to your teachers, your students' teachers. So this is what our family does. When there was once upon a time, we had lots and lots of kids, it felt like, in 4 classes. So I've got like 28 envelopes on the first day of co-op, which is always a little overwhelming. So the way that I do it, you do not have to do this, but it has worked for our family. We use an envelope system. So I put my child's first name on it very clearly so anybody can read. I used my very best handwriting. And then I put whatever class this envelope is for. So if Emma was taking Bible and her teacher is Mr. Bryce, then I would put the amount that's in the envelope. And I do that for every single one of my kids' classes if they have a class fee. And then I put all of those envelopes in the front of my kids' backpack, and I hope that they're gonna remember, but I also ask all of our teachers to remind the kids at the beginning of class, if you guys have a class fee or you have an envelope in your backpack for me, you can bring it to me now. And this makes it really easy for them to keep track of it. They don't have to log it all right then and take class time, but they can sort through it later. It's also really helpful. I mean, I don't know if y'all's kids lose things, but I know I have found my very own envelopes floating down the hallway on the first day of co-op, and people return them to me. So that's always helpful too, having it labeled. Cash goes in these envelopes, obviously. Unless your teacher says that they will accept checks, assume that they only want cash for it. The cash for the classes goes to class supplies, curriculum that the teacher has purchased. If you have specific questions about where that money is going, you can ask your teacher about that. But I'm going to tell you 9 times out of 10, your teacher is digging into their own pockets by the end of the year to make sure that this class is fully funded. So we have incredibly generous teachers. We have a lot of upcoming events. Renee does a phenomenal job, and so does Carolyn, making sure that we've got all kinds of events on the calendar. First up, you have the teacher orientation on Tuesday. Our first day of classes is right around the corner, followed by our ice cream socials each day. You're gonna wanna sign up for that stuff. We supply the ice cream, and we do have stuff for dietary needs. You guys supply all the fun. So if you want whipped cream or sprinkles or cherries or whatever, you sign up for those toppings to go on that ice cream. It's always a really fun time for the kids to kind of get acquainted, get back together. It lasts about 45 minutes to an hour because you guys are going to be exhausted after the first day. And you can check online for all the additional stuff. We have Rock Springs coming up, just a bunch of field trips and things. But make sure, I haven't made this as clear in the past, but if you do not sign up for events, those events get canceled. So let's say that nobody signs up for Rock Springs. If you show up to Rock Springs, you probably aren't going to see anybody because you didn't sign up, so somebody else is like, well, then I'm not going since nobody else is going. So make sure you're signing up for the events, and you'll have more fun, more people will show up because we know that we have friends there. We have Access t-shirts this year. You'll notice all of our teachers, our leadership team tonight is wearing the blue t-shirts. On the first day of co-op, you'll see all of your teachers wearing the blue t-shirts. We got blue t-shirts for the teachers so that they are easy to spot. So especially the new folks and the little kids that need help, they know if you see somebody in blue, they probably know what they're doing. We hope they know what they're doing. We also have t-shirts for everyone else. They are gray. If you are a teacher and you want a gray t-shirt, you can get one. I know I got one because I like gray. So those are $15. If you did not pre-order, it's okay. We still have about 50 shirts left to purchase. If you don't have cash or check tonight to purchase those, you can get them in the cafe from Miss Carolyn throughout the year until we are sold out. But once they're gone, for this year, they're gone. We also, I told you we do a yearbook every year. Our yearbooks came in and they are available for pickup. So if you pre-ordered, they are available. Miss Renee will be helping you in the back. They're in the lobby. And we have one lonely yearbook left for sale. So if you want, oh, we don't, I'm sorry. No, you can order them online. The company that we go through is pretty awesome because you can get any of our past yearbooks still. So all you have to do is order. If you have questions, I will be up here, happy to answer questions and get to know some of you guys. There's faces I haven't met yet, but I'm sure we have talked all summer long. But if you would like a tour of the facilities, Miss Carolyn will be taking the first group, and if you wanted to ask questions and get a tour also, you can go with the second group, which Mr. Larry will be taking you guys out. So, did anybody have any questions that they wanted to ask in front of the whole group? All right, then I'll go ahead and dismiss you guys. Thank you so much for coming, and we look forward to seeing you guys soon.